This week's Tech Tuesday is on Google Translate. So I'm in a Google Doc right now, and I've created this little essay here. And so I'm going to come up here to Tools, and I'm going to go to Translate Document. Here's the name of it. I can rename this. I can choose my language, and you can see there's a lot of languages. But for right now, I'm going to just go ahead and translate into Spanish. And I'm going to translate. What it does is it actually makes a second copy, so I still have my original. And here's my translated copy. Now, before you go and give this to a native speaker, you'll want to have somebody that can speak the language and read the language, proofread it for you, because as Google Translate is pretty good, it is not perfect. But there's a neat app also for your phone or for an iPad called Google Translate. And so let's go ahead and take a look at that. And just so you can see what it looks like, it's this little app that says Translate right there. You can see that I've got some languages that I can choose from. So these are some of the recent ones that I've done. Now you can download them, and that will work with this camera feature. And the ones that don't have this little arrow means that they can't be downloaded. So these are downloadable. They have not been downloaded. These are not downloadable. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the Latin right there. And to show you how this works, so I'm going to go and then you can see that it automatically translated it, even though I spelled it incorrectly. You can see the translation down right here. Okay, so let's go and let's do a Spanish one. So I'm going to change the language to Spanish. And so let's go to something that we can translate. So there you go. You can see that it translated it. Oops, I was going to also show you this. If I click on this little arrow right here, it'll give me some other options. I can read it out loud. I can share it. I can do this full screen. I can copy this text. I can make it a favorite. And then it gives me translations, other translations. So then another thing that I can do is I can speak. Cat. So there it goes, and you heard it read to me again. The same thing. I can click that arrow and I have the same options. And then lastly, I can scribble. And it will get a translation for me. I can also go ahead and paste some text. So let's go ahead and I already copied some text. I'm going to paste a bunch of text. And so here it is. This is what I pasted. And you can see that it came up with the translation right there. Okay. And then the last thing I want to show you is, just blows my mind, is that you can click the little camera right here. I can hold this over some text, and it automatically translates it into the language that I want. It is really text that is in English, and you can see that it automatically just translates it for me. So as I go over, you can kind of see that it was English, and now it's changing into Spanish. So Google Translate, this would be a really nice tool for a non-native English speaker who's having some issues with textbooks and other difficult reading, and they could translate it into their language, or at least a close approximation.